Hello there, my name is Adam Morton, and today I want to talk about how I went from this to this. Hey everyone, I'm excited to talk about a project I got to work on a few months ago for the 1-Bit Game Jam. The theme was light and dark, which is very fitting for a 1-bit game where you can only use two different colors, so our team decided to go with white and black. And musically, I also wanted to stick to a light and dark theme, though not in the most obvious way you might have thought. So today I really want to talk through the project files of all the audio assets that I used for our game jam. I'm going to talk about the music, the sound effects, and in a future video, I'm going to show how I imported those into WWISE, which is a middleware to control all of the audio for a game, and then finally how I integrated it into the Unity project. So first things first, let's take a look at the Reaper project, where I composed all of the music and created the sound effects that we used in the game. So in Reaper, I composed the music using really just a piano. I didn't want to use anything beyond that for a few reasons. One of them being the piano is all light and dark keys, so I wanted that to stay thematic with the restrictions of the game jam. And so I took it even a step further, and I wrote the music so that the player theme, if you know your music theory, the player theme is purely using the white notes of the piano, not using any sharps or flats, which would be the black notes on the piano. But the player theme uses only the white notes. So I thought that was kind of a neat little nod to the light and dark theme. So this is what it sounds like. So that's the main theme itself. It does change a little bit just to provide some variety, but the cool thing I wanted to show you was how I processed some of this to make it a bit more interesting. So what I did was, after I rendered that virtual instrument out into audio files, I chopped it up and reversed portions of it to give a bit of a kind of this echoey reverse sound. So this is what it sounds like, the complete version of the main theme, so the menu music for the game. So you can hear a bit of a bouncy, echoey effect, which I thought was really nice, and it added to this atmosphere for the game, because the game we ended up making a horror theme for the game. So I wanted to be very atmospheric, very eerie, very hopeful in a little way as well, but overall creepy. So after that, what I did was I chopped up some of those thematic components for the melody and created very, very small snippets that could be randomized through the gameplay. So what we really have going in the background the whole way through is this ambient background music. So we have this ambient layer, and this is what it would sound like. And it's pretty much that very open, airy, atmospheric sound the whole game through. And then I simulated what it would sound like if these small snippets of the melody were randomized. So this is what it sounds like just within Reaper, but in WWISE, I'm able to set up these randomized containers. So this is what it theoretically could sound like. So that way it provides a ton of variety to the soundtrack for the game, because as you're playing, you're never going to hear the same thing twice, because as that ambient layer plays consistently through the whole game, those sparse moments of the melody appear at random. There's no way for us to control or predict how it's going to sound, so it provides a ton of replayability for the player. So I composed a bit of victory music for the game as well, should you win, so this is what you would hear if you completed the game. So as you can hear, it's a bit of a play on that original theme, and it, of course, again, is only using the white notes of the piano. And then from there, we can move into the monster sounds, which is heavily processed piano notes, specifically all of the black notes of the piano. So we have all those, the light notes playing the player's theme, and then we have all the dark notes playing the monster theme. And this is what it sounds like, these stingers that kind of occur when you see the monster. And we'll see what that looks like in the game itself. But here's what it sounds like in Reaper. So as you can see, I did a ton of different variations of this, so there's a ton of variety in the actual sound effects that would be heard in the game. So those are all of the different player and monster sounds that are, again, just all based around the piano. The light and dark limitations for the game jam I incorporated directly into the audio. So that was all of the music. Let's take a look at some of the sound effects that I created for the game. So we have a few different ones. Simply for the player, we'd have different footstep sounds or jumping and landing. Fixing the leak is a ton of different kind of sound effects all layered over top of each other. Basically, it's a bunch of different Foley of working with tools and such, so I figured that was a nice way to combine them all for fixing a leak. We have different ones, such as the player jumping and landing. So those are the different sounds that we have there. We have the footstep, and then we have the flashlight switch. So these are all really simple sounds that I was able to incorporate into the game. But definitely in the next video, I'm going to show you how I moved these files from Reaper into WWISE at literally the click of a button. So I hope you enjoyed this very quick walkthrough of the audio preparations for our game jam. And if you enjoyed it, I hope you stick around to see the next video when it comes out. So thank you. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment about what your different methods are for interpreting game jam themes. Do you think primarily of game mechanics, or have you ever explored the idea of utilizing the theme as a way to provide limitations for the audio as well? In any case, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.